if the grace belong to the hereafter, this is pure halal envy. If he has a Quran, if he has a taqwa, if he has coming to the masjid 5 times a day, if he cries when he reads Quran, if he follows the sunnah, he has covering his wife and children and daughters, proper hijab, he is following the sunnah of the Prophet in everything. So I want to be like him because I want to be like him in the hereafter. So if the grace belongs to the hereafter, the Prophet ﷺ says in the authentic hadith, لا حسد إلا في اثنتين رجل آتاه الله الحكمة فهو يقضي بها ويعلمها ورجل آتاه الله مالا فسلطه على هلكته في الحق. لا حسد, there is no permissible envy except in 2 things. Actually, the Prophet mentioned these 2 things as examples. A person, رجل آتاه الله الحكمة, Allah gave him the wisdom. And in other narration, رجل آتاه الله القرآن فهو يقضي بها ويعلمها. He practiced the Quran, practiced the hikmah, and he teaches also. He teaches Quran and teaches the hikmah. And he judges by the hikmah between people. This is the first example. The second example, وَرَجُلٍ آتَاهُ اللَّهُ مَالًا فَسَلَّطَهُ عَلَى هَلَكَتِهِ فِي الْحَقِّ. Allah gave him wealth, money, and he spent all of his wealth in the truth, in the good thing, building the masajid, printing the masahif, giving salaries for poor people and weak women and all of those good deed categories of spending or donating. So you can't say, I want to have like him. If I have a wealth like him, I would do like him good deeds. That's pure halal envy. The competition between Muslims, if the grace belongs to the hereafter, it's from this kind of envy. Competition of Quran, for example. Sometimes we have some competitions of the Quran and the first prize $100,000. So they've been in this competition looking for the prize from the dunya. This is not from this kind, because the grace here belongs to the dunya, which is the 100,000. But if the envy just for the hereafter, this is the pure halal envy. The pure halal envy. Like the competition happened between Umar in his heart and Abu Bakr, and he doesn't give any attention. Abu Bakr. Umar, in his mind, every time tried to compete with Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr does not pay attention. But Umar, he keep have it in his heart. When he want to do anything good, anything, visiting the graveyard, donating, doing some ibadat, some worship, good deed, every time he find that Abu Bakr go before him and he did it better than him. Until one day the Prophet ﷺ commanded the companions to donate. And that, by the way, Umar said, I had good amount of money. At that time, I had good amount of money. Then I said to myself, Umar says, I said to myself, here's your chance. This is your opportunity to go over Abu Bakr even once in your life. So he made his wealth 2 equal parts, 2 halves. He brought half of his wealth and he put it between the hands of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam shocked, and he asked Umar, all of this? what did you leave for your family then? Umar replied, I left for them same amount. Umar said, فإذا بأبي بكر الصديق رضي الله عنه قد جاء بماله كله. Abu Bakr brought all of his wealth, 100% of his money, and put that between the hands of the Prophet ﷺ. And when the Prophet asked Abu Bakr the same question, what did you leave for your family? Abu Bakr replied, I left for them Allah and His Messenger. At that point, Umar said, okay, that's it. This is the last time to try any competition with Abu Bakr. That's the end. Umar satisfied that Allah made Abu Bakr better than him in everything. So this kind of competition, it's for the hereafter. It has nothing to do with the dunya. So this is from this third kind of envy, which is pure halal. But look at this. When the graces belong to the hereafter, and don't forget the hadith, the authentic hadith, the sahih, لا حسد إلا في اثنتين رجل آتاه الله الحكمة فهو يقضي بها ويعلمها ورجل آتاه الله مالا فسلطه على هلكته في الحق. The fourth category of envy, still the envious person does not wish for the grace to be taken away from the envied one, but he wants the same thing for himself, and this grace belongs to the dunya. This is the fourth. We said in the third category, if the grace belongs to the hereafter, that's a pure halal. But in the fourth one, if the grace belongs to the dunya, like beautiful wife, nice house, nice car, carpet, rug, anything like this, something belongs to the dunya, okay? Love in the heart of Muslims. So this kind of envy, you still do not wish for the grace to be taken away, but you want the same. You want same nice house. You want same nice air condition. You want same nice grace for yourself. And the grace not belong to the hereafter, belong to the worldly life stuff. This is haram. Even though that you don't wish for the grace to be taken away from him, but since the grace belongs to the dunya, this is haram, except if you fulfill 4 characters in this kind of envy. If you fulfill 4 etiquettes, characters, manners, if you fulfill these 4, it will become halal, not haram. If you don't fulfill these 4 characters, it is haram envy, even though if you don't wish for the grace to be taken away from him. What these 4 characters? Number 1, right away, when you like something, you get impressed with anything, say, ما شاء الله لا قوة إلا بالله. Don't delay this. If you delay, or if you refuse, then you are envious person. I remember a milliardaire, he saw something and he liked it. Oh, wow, it's very nice. So they said to him, what about if you say, MashaAllah, la quwwata illa billah? He refused. He said, why I say MashaAllah? I'm very rich. I can buy the manufacturer, the whole manufacturer, not only the product. They told him, okay, but it's sunnah. Allah